From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Andrew Adams.
We got a little bit of rain on Next Gen Live Doppler radar this morning, south of I-40, and pretty light for the most part. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. A couple little sprinkles passing into and through Pottawatomie County, so it's dry in Tecumseh and Pink right now, but maybe we'll get a couple little raindrops. This is enough to wet the grass, wet the windshield, not really anything more than that. And then heading a little bit farther west from that, a little shower heavier toward Carnegie, just north of town, a little bit lighter right in town itself on Next Gen Live Doppler radar presentation, and some light rain leaving Rush Springs and heading toward I-35 in Pauls Valley now. So got a little break in the action. Here comes the next batch of light rain, and overall the last couple of days of light rain hasn't amounted to a ton, but it is something, and we got to take what we can get. A bullseye out west, about ½ an inch to nearly an inch. So that's great to see. You get toward I-35 and those rain totals really drop through the floor. But if you're not seeing the rain, it's pretty nice out there. This is what we got on our Enacam and our Pike Pass Skycam network. A few clouds overhead, some breaks of sun as that has risen, and 55, so comfortably cool early on today. For a lot of the state, we're looking at the 50s, now into the mid-50s for a good chunk of the state. Still some 40s to the north. Look at that, 40 degrees right up there. That is close to 39, but it's not yet. We do have a morning coming up that I think some of the state could see some 30s, but that's a little ways out there, and certainly not right now and not tomorrow morning by any means. South wind is what we've got the next few days. That's going to help us continue to warm up, even though typically this time of year we see our temps start to fall, at least on average, with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas all lined up. Look what happens to our average highs. They really just every month, just about 10 degrees gets chopped off there. So we'll notice that, and we've seen a couple cool afternoons. We've seen a lot of cloud cover as well. This low pressure system way out in the southwest has been giving us the moisture and the cloud cover to see the showers that we've had so far this weekend, and eventually, like the next 24 hours, it'll kind of get nudged loose and start to move toward us. And as it does that, it'll bring more moisture with it, better rain chances for our Monday, especially late Monday and into early Tuesday, and then another chance for rain, but this time from a different direction. We got another cold front coming through on Wednesday. That'll make things pretty comfortable as we go into Thursday, but Friday and Saturday, we're going to notice a little bit more of a warming trend, even a little warm on Sunday, but not crazy hot. That's the one nice thing. And then after Sunday, look at this. Look what's going on up there. I mentioned Canada temperatures earlier on in the show. We get a larger dip in the jet stream. It'll be much colder up toward the Great Lakes, but this could provide a pretty good little cool shock for us by the time we get into Monday afternoon. You'll see it on the 9-day. It looks a lot different than the other 8 days on tap. So here's our showers this morning. They're going to continue east and kind of fizzle out, and will be drier in the afternoon, but by tomorrow morning, we'll get our next wave as that system from the southwest starts to approach Oklahoma. So a few showers south of I-40 by around 9 o'clock tomorrow. So early morning rain chances mainly to the south, and then we'll get another wave that ought to be able to move up into central Oklahoma and even spark off some showers into northeast Oklahoma as we go late Monday into the overnight period and early into our Tuesday. So a few days of rain chances. Again, Wednesday, we've got that cold front coming through as well. That'll be beneficial. Today, rain chances drop off in the afternoon, and the southwest wind, despite the cloud cover, will help us warm up some. We'll be back in the 70s, so really comfortable. 75 Oklahoma City, some upper 70s, borderline 80 to the north and areas to the south and east. So comfortable with that southwest wind and the isolated showers remaining along and south of I-40, mainly in the morning today. Again, drier by the afternoon. Overnight, temperatures fall back into the 50s. Even some 40s will be sprinkled in here and there, especially to the northwest, able to just get a little bit cooler. And then by the afternoon, a little degree or two warmer. 78 Oklahoma City, and some communities continuing to push 80. Likely to see it along the Red River. Maybe some low 70s in southwest Oklahoma. Higher rain chances down there. Thicker cloud cover, harder to warm up. That's where the best rain chance is tomorrow, but a 40% chance Oklahoma all the way up through Stillwater. We'll talk at 30%, and as you head to the northeast, they do drop off. It'll be a little bit harder to get more of that moisture farther that way, but we need it over the last several months. This whole year in total, we're 10 inches below average of what we need to see rainfall-wise, so it's no surprise to see that drought has worsened across the state over the last several months. And with that in mind, and these are pretty new in the last week or so, many burn bans across the state. So if If you're going outside enjoying the drier weather by the afternoon on our Sunday, the nice 70s, can't blame you, but maybe hold off on the burns, notice those burn bands, and then notice Monday. I mentioned it was going to stick out a little bit like a sore thumb. You see some 80s and 70s, and then there's an afternoon back in the 60s.